The waiver wire is probably one of the most tumultuous spaces.
It is? It is. Just like the rough and tumultuous sea.
It's like walking on a frickin'
Language?
in a frickin' minefield. Here are the top 5 waiver wire targets you need to focus on for fantasy basketball. So he might still be out there, especially in ESPN leagues. We're seeing that this gentleman is still available. He is, in my opinion, a must add and a must hold until further notice. We are talking about none other than TJ McConnell. TJ McConnell. Over the last 7 days, CJ McConnell is averaging 24 minutes per game, y'all. Come on, man. He's averaging 16 minutes per game on the season. So, like, a huge jump. He's averaging 10.7 points per game, up from 7.9 points per game. He's averaging 3.3 rebounds and 9.7 assists per game. I don't give a shih tzu puppy who you got to drop. You get yourself some daggone TJ McConnell. In terms of steals, man, he's always good at steals, but now he went from dropping 1.1 steals a game on a season over the last 7 days, 2.3 steals per game. I don't care if you're in a points league. I don't care if you're in a category league. I don't care if you're in a roto league. I don't care if you're in a hobo league, like a daily fantasy, weekly fantasy, like, game pick, lock in mode on sleeper. I don't give, top off. The top is off. Boobies is out. Hair blowing in the wind. Convertible. Grab your men's in them. Stop playing, man. I'm not gonna hold you. But if you don't grab TJ McConnell and he's sitting there on your roster, share with me who's on your roster, and I'll tell you who to drop. I'm just saying, man. So, needless to say, with Tyrese Halliburton out, this creates an amazing opportunity for TJ McConnell and for people who have him on their roster. I would strongly recommend that you grab TJ McConnell. He is only rostered in 38.6% of ESPN leagues. Next up, we're going to take a look at Nick Richards. Nick Richards from the Charlotte Hornets. He's only rostered in 8.9% of leagues on ESPN over the last 7 days. He's averaged 29 minutes per game, which is wild, right? Mark Williams is out, so there's like a clear runway and a path to fantasy value for this man. 10 points per game over the last 7 days, 8.3 rebounds, 1.7 assists, no steals. Check this out, y'all. Come in close for this one. 1.7 blocks per game. No. He hitting them with that Dikembe Mutombo finger. I'm just saying. Come on, man. I'm just saying. Moving right along. Next up, Doo-Wop Reith. Oh, baby. Yo, I'm telling you, I've been wanting to say Doo-Wop Reith all day. Like, I'm old school, right? So there's a DJ for all my old school heads out there. Anybody's maybe hip-hop heads over maybe 35, 40. You might know about a DJ called Doo-Wop, right? Doo-Wop used to put out these mixtapes, and on the mixtapes, he would have mad MCs, all your favorite MCs, favorite guys that you know, and they would do exclusive records for him. And he also plays stuff like songs that were out. But Doo-Wop mixtapes, he used to have these mixtapes called 50 MCs. When I tell you, yo, your man's name is Doo-Wop Reith. Come on, man. You can't even like write that, man. That's just too good. And he's an older rookie, so it is what it is. Anyway, there is opportunity for him, again, due to an injury. DeAndre Ayton has been banged up, and he's been rising to the occasion. Over the last 7 days, he's averaging 27.5 minutes per game. if people get on the, and that's the thing, in the fantasy community, we always talk about, the stats, the counting stats, the plus minus, all of this stuff, usage rate even. Just people getting on the floor. Once you see someone who's averaging 25 points, 25 minutes per game, like that's something that your eyebrow should go up like The Rock a little bit. Like you got to think about it. 27.5 minutes per game over the last 7 days. 11 points per game over the last 7 days. 8 rebounds, up from 4 rebounds on the season. 0.8 assists, half a steal, check this out. 1.3 blocks per game. Yes. In a points league, your blocks are going to be valued way more than an actual point, right? For category leagues, if you're trying to find some blocks, he's right here. Doo-wop, I'm just saying. Ooh, Luke Canard. Man, I love some Luke Canard. And it's like a triage right now. This looks like a daggone emergency room triage in Memphis. John Morant goes down, shoulder injury. Everybody's hyped off of Marcus Smart. Oh, Marcus Smart about to get all kinds of run. He goes down. He's going to be out for weeks at a time. Now we got a whole bunch of opportunity for some of the other Grizzlies players, including Luke Canard, who has been moved in to the starting lineup most recently, and he's doing okay. Over the last 7 days, he's averaging 12 points per game, 4.5 rebounds, 3.8 assists, 0.3 steals, no blocks. He was averaging 22 minutes a game already. I'm not as high on him as I am on some of the other folks that I mentioned, but he will definitely be a stable waiver wire rotation piece, right? Somebody you might add and drop, but definitely keep an eye on him to see if that becomes something that's consistent and essentially making him a long-term hold. Oh my gosh. Vince Williams. We still talking. We actually, right now, I'm going to go into a run of Grizzlies players, right? Vince Williams is another one. I just think it's a great story, man, because now the brother is going to be playing with a considerable role now with all of these guys out. So it's just really exciting. And I'm really high on Vince Williams. Just as high on him as I am with anybody on this list. I'm really high on him. Over the last 7 days, he's averaging 32.5 minutes per game. Why? Huh? Where they do that at? On the season, he's averaging 22 minutes a game, but 32.5. Over the last 7 days, 12 points a game, 6.5 rebounds, 4 assists. He does it all, yo. Come here. 1.5 steals per game. You heard? I'm not done. 0.8 blocks. Now, it's not a block a game, but 0.8 blocks every other game, maybe. He gonna get you something. So I like this kid. I think it's a really good opportunity with all of these injured Grizzlies players for him to really make a case for himself long term. And the last person we're going to talk about, Xavier Tillman. Y'all know, if you follow this channel, I was super high on this guy early on in the season. And with all of these injuries, it just seems like it's all coming together. It's all starting to gel. Over the last 7 days, 24 minutes per game, 11.5 points per game, 7 rebounds per game, 2.3 assists. Check this out. Come closer for this one. And my children got to keep it down back there because I'm about to go big on this one. They got to keep it down. Check this out. 1.8 steals per game. He out here like the Hamburglar. He's a big guy. He's a power forward center. And that's not a fluke because on the season, he's averaging 1.2 steals per game. So he's in the last 7 days, 1.8 steals per game. On the season, 1.2. Come on, man. It's like Ocean's 11 out here with this kid. 1.3 blocks per game over the last 7 days. Yo, let me just go into the last few games, though. Over the last couple games, on the 13th, he did 36 minutes, 12 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 6 steals. Are you listening to me? Are we playing the same fantasy? Your man is only rostered in 8.7% of ESPN leagues. A change has got to come.